is involved in the borderlands, which will be classes in buttons.
Not this one. That's one.
That's you.
Me coming taking your hat off so we don't do it in this show, Harvey.
Yeah. Whose hat was it? Was it yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. He went flying off in her car, didn't it?
Doesn't it? It's funny, he always says smiling.
Oh, he's got off this again.
Unless he's going back up. Unless he might be asking us, are you ready for the horn? Just imagine if he went to us and he said, are you ready for the horn?
So they also speak in unison. Always with their iPads and always when they cameras go out. They're so enthusiastic about what they are videoing.
No music on this one.
No.
Oh,
It's going to be very loud in its seats.
Nick, do you reckon, Nick, did it make you jump and goes fast?
A little bit, yeah.
I thought that was the bus then. About to say GDZ2 kid. Is he in the driver's seat?
Yeah. Let's try and get the commentaries.
So I did the accidentally press the horn.
So funny. That's GDZ.
Unless there's no commentary on this bus.
Yeah, is it?
Hello and welcome aboard the City Sightseeing Bournemouth tour.
It's louder!
Your route today takes us to Poole Quay via Sandbanks. Please remain seated whilst the bus is moving
Louder on
and ring
this
the
one.
bell if you wish to get off at any of the stops along the route. We look forward to showing you the best of the local area and telling you about the history and the people who helped shape it into what it is today. Be sure to hold on to your ticket, which entitles you to 10% off any other city sightseeing tour operated in over 100 locations around the world. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask the driver, who will only be too happy to help. But please only do this when the bus has stopped.
There's a separate video for the tablets.
No music on this one is.
No, the music doesn't play on this one.
As we head over the overpass, we see Bournemouth Pier jutting out into the English Channel to our right. Our award-winning beach is 9.5 miles long, stretching from Sandbanks in the west to Hindisbury Head in the east. To our left are the Lower Gardens, where the Bournemouth Street, which the town gets its name. The name comes from a Scottish bird being a large stream or small river. Bournemouth prides itself with its wonderful Coming up on our right is the Royal Bath Hotel, the very
People are
first
looking
hotel
forward
in
to the
Bournemouth.
tea
It
when
was
we get
opened on
off.
the day of Queen Victoria's coronation in June 1838.
Would have been E301 in it.
As we travel down Westover Road, to our left is the Art Deco Pavilion Theatre, now nearly 100 years old. It hosts a back-to-back programme of plays, musicals, concerts and comedy, and is also the home to Pavilion Dance Southwest, an inspirational charity that has, in the last 10 years, allowed more than 500,000 people from every section of society to experience the joy of dance. Look up to the right for more Art Deco buildings which used to house a number of hotels, an ice rink and 2 cinemas. One, the Gaumont, saw the Beatles play a 6-night residency in the summer of 1963, just before Beatlemania took the band around the world. The same year, the Gaumont also hosted the Rolling Stones and Cliff Richard and the Shadows.
We're on the city sightseeing
And
bus
it's
again.
from one bus. The second bus not until we get off. Get to find out how loud the horn.
Square is really considered the centre of the town, with the main department stores and meeting places. Now pedestrianised, for many years it was the main intersection where 7 roads from the north, the east and west met. A number of the original buildings surrounding the square were lost due to bombing during the Second World War, but nothing like the extent of Southampton to the east and Plymouth to the west. Through the centre, you'll see the gardens stretching back inland in one direction and down to the seafront in the other, making a mile-long green corridor along the Bourne Stream, which gives Bournemouth its name. Former Prime Minister Winston Churchill holidayed in Bournemouth as a child, where he would sail a model boat in the stream.
This is LX05 GDZ.
We've been on all 3 of our buses this year. It's a fully open.
It's David on TV. Some more bus here.
Here we go. Yes. There's no music on this one. There was on Angles bus. And it's got loud the commentary, and it's not everything's loud.
Yeah.
It'd be half
It's
funny.
the other David driving. That's another David that's driving our bus. Yeah.
So where does the other one work? He works for more now.
Yeah.
LX05 horn is.
Oh yeah, it's very quiet. See?
Oh, now there's music playing on this bus.
Oh yeah.
And that's
Oh no, it's coming from now, I think.
This is GDZ.
Who want that LX05?
Wonder if it'll be GDZ tomorrow.
Right, maybe. We'll be watching the buses tomorrow. Nick, do you feel we'll end up on the bus ride again?
He might be, yeah.
If we do, and then it'll be Angles what we'll do this time, if it... Yeah.
Get a 2 from LX.
Yeah, I will. More people want to want to get on.
Well, there was 8
Oh.
girls driving.
Nick, we're leaving. Oh,
How many stops have you done?
Different Hornets to do.
yes, he did it.
LX05. Lower pitch and BBM.
It isn't as loud as the other ones.
Turns out that's scared.
Was that our bus that you
Shortly
used?
coming up on our left is BH2, the new cinema and restaurant complex. This was once the site of the town's bus station.
Built
which was
that
so large
LX05
it had 2
too.
levels. Between the 1930s and the 1970s, the bus station was buzzing with holidaymakers during the summer months.
But lower
However,
pitch.
it was badly damaged by fire during 1976. Although around 80 buses on the upper level managed to be driven out, 16 coaches on the lower level were destroyed. The building was finally demolished in 1982.
Unless someone else asked him to tea when he left, do you reckon they did?
Dunno.
Might have done.
When we leave the square and head back up the hill towards the seafront, look out for a white turreted building on your left called the Royal Exeter Hotel.
Oh yeah, that.
It's on the site of the very first house which was built in the town by the founder of Bournemouth, Lewis
We
Tregonwell.
finally.
For many years, this area was open heathland, but by the 1790s, smugglers were using the area to move their contraband from the cliff-tops and chines. Tregonwell was stationed here as a captain of militia, and his job was to defend against a possible French invasion and to also help combat the smugglers. The area's most famous smuggler was Isaac Gulliver. In 1810, after Tregonwell had retired from service,
We filmed that LX05 too. Is that one louder for 8 girls or is that? Yes!
St George Tap built their summer residence.
We ended up going on the bus today. It is fixed, LX05.
As we travel up Priory Road, we head up onto the West Cliff. This area has an extremely wide choice of hotels and guest houses. There is something for everyone, from young person's budget accommodation costing £20 a night, through to the very expensive and very plush Marriott Highcliffe. The choice of politicians attending party conferences, standing on the left, just above a lift to the beach. The very big investments in more hotels, bars and restaurants reflects Bournemouth's potential as the South Coast's leading resort, and the fact that the area is very busy on weekends throughout the year. At the next roundabout, notice the mature pine trees that dominate the street scene from here on. 200 years ago, Bournemouth looked very different. It would have been bare and sandy heathland, like much of the New Forest to the east and Dorset to the west. But then landowners started planting more than 3 million Scots pines. This was partly to replenish the country's timber stocks after the wars with the French, and partly to cash in on the supposed health benefits of the sea air blowing through the pine needles. By the 1880s, the transformation was complete. The Dorset writer Thomas Hardy called Bournemouth Sandbourne in his novel Tess of the D'Urbervilles, and described it as a Mediterranean lounging place on the English Channel. Truer and truer with our special microclimate and global warming.
Let's see, let's tested it for when we get off it and gonna be. That's it till we get off. It's left enough charge and it works when we use the horns. Two. Oh, what's that? There'll be never pitch. Have you ever been on it before? Is this your first time? Jesus Christ.
drive deeper into the pine woods along a purpose-built scenic drive with amazing views of the coastline. If the weather is clear, a fine view is coming up on the left of the white chalk cliffs of Old Harry and the end of the Isle of Purbeck. The road follows valleys called chines, transformed by the erosion of the sand and gravel into lush microclimates that entice the visitor to explore. We're following Durley Chine, and we will cross over Middle Chine and Alum Chine before meeting more of them later. These chines provided cover for smugglers moving contraband inland. Smuggling was not so much a cottage industry as serious organised crime. To avoid paying tax on drink and tobacco from France, smuggling depended on gangs of local men to receive the goods from boats and hide them if required before wider distribution. The area was littered with tunnels and secret chambers to stash the contraband. The biggest boss of them all was Isaac Gulliver, who led a small army decked out in his own livery. When his home was demolished, it was found to contain a secret room only accessible through a door 10 feet up a chimney.
It goes this way, man.
The bus will be slowing down to cross some bridges that cross the chines. The most famous of the bridges was a rustic walkway where an accident occurred in 1892 that could have dramatically changed the whole course of history. The future Prime Minister and wartime leader, Winston Churchill, was a teenager on holiday with his younger brother and cousin. They chased him along the bridge. When he tried to jump across to a fir tree, he lost his grip and fell 30 feet to the ground below. He was unconscious for 3 days and bedbound for 3 months.
It's got good commentary on there. It's better than the other ones I've been on.
The chines provide a microclimate that allows plants from Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Asia and South America to flourish. These award-winning tropical gardens were first established in the 1920s and replanted in 1996. Follow the well-marked plant trail through the yuccas and agaves, the plant from Mexico that is the basic ingredient of tequila. The name of this chine is alum chine, called after a substance that was produced here 400 years ago from minerals found in the sand. Alum was used to fix the colour of dyed cloth and softening leather in the tanning process. Mining didn't carry on for long, but some claim that the first chemical industry in Britain was born in this area.
It's VBJ high pitch when you had a tune for that.
I think that was the horn I heard on my taxi. It was GDZ, it was.
This is too.
Oh, we go left here. Ditton! Oh, so fun. This is a sightseeing. LX05 GDZ.
Another famous resident of the Chines was Robert Louis Stevenson, the adventure story writer best known for Treasure Island. He came to Bournemouth for his health and lived close to here for 3 years in the 1880s.
Same driver at
producing
2,
a
he
strange
drives friend
case
on
of Dr. Jekyll
Friday.
and Mr. Hyde and kidnapped. The success of these works allowed him to travel to Samoa in search of even better health, but he died there in 1894. He called his house here Skerryvore, after a Scottish lighthouse built by his family. Skerryvore was destroyed during the Second World War.
So I still have
Visit a
charge of
memorial
film
garden
another
on its site.
As we come into Westbourne, we pass elegant houses and reach an affluent area with many small independent shops, posh boutiques, delis and restaurants. Westbourne is known to its residents as the Village and is admired for the friendly atmosphere of its streets and arcades. It has such a great reputation that people come from all over Bournemouth and Poole to
That's
eat and
where
drink.
George too.
Westbourne is also home to some of the best pubs in Bournemouth, a great place to sample the very best of British beer. Real ale from local producers like Hall and Woodhouse or the Ringwood Brewery.
At least I ain't pressed about by accident. I did on the last one. It's nice the tickets set up there, Sonic.
Look across to the large roundabout on the right called County Gates. These days, you can see the offices of an insurance company, Liverpool and Victoria, in the centre. But for many years, this was the boundary between the counties of Dorset to the west and Hampshire to the east. In 1974, Bournemouth and Christchurch were incorporated into Dorset, boosting the size of the small county enormously. Today, roughly half of Dorset's population of over 700,000 lives in the Poole-Bournemouth conurbation.
I'll stand in front.
Golden Tours used to do a tour around here, but they stopped now. Yeah.
sandy, acidic soil, characteristic of the area, provides very little nutrients for crop plants. The plants that do thrive, gorse, bracken and heather, can still be found in many little pockets in people's gardens, the edges of parks, and along the top of the cliff. Look out for the yellow gorse bushes. Warmed by the sun, the small, shiny, edible flowers give off a sweet smell, reminiscent of coconuts.
Our sister operation discovered themselves.
And we'll hear it better on this one, and we'll hear it.
So yeah, I'll be back down tomorrow, mate.
What time are you coming down?
The bus will get there at 10:30.
Next stop, Branksome Chine. Hop off the bus here to get straight onto the beach. There is a seafront promenade, and if you turn left, you can walk a mile and a half or so. You will reach Bournemouth Pier. Turn right, and you can walk just over a mile until you reach Sandbanks. If you walk straight ahead, you will enjoy a blue flag beach with some of the cleanest bathing water in England. Also on the beach is an elegant restaurant that is especially known for its variety of fresh fish daily. It's in an Art Deco building of the 1930s, which housed the country's first solarium, offering offering artificial sunshine under ultraviolet lamps all year round.
If you look to the right as we climb the hill, you can see the start of one of the longest chimes, Ransom Chime. It stretches inland for 1.5 miles and is said to have been a regular route for smugglers as they headed inland. One visitor who appreciated the walks here was the poet John Betjeman. He wrote, "Walk the asphalt paths of Branksome Chime, in resin-scented air like strong Greek wine." Houses either side of the chime have some of the biggest plots in the area, affording maximum privacy, making them very desirable and very expensive. With many homes selling for over £1 million, electric gates and swimming pools and supercars are the norm. In this area of the pool, comparisons with Beverly Hills are not unwarranted.
That's the first time I've been on this bus as well. I've been on all 3 of them this year.
What's the best one?
This one and the other
At the
3.
top of the hill is an exclusive neighbourhood called Canford Cliffs. If you wish to visit Compton Acres Gardens, be ready to ring the bell at the village
It's raining a
or
bit.
just after it. After a 3-minute walk, you'll be wandering around 7 distinct ornamental gardens, including an Italian garden and a Japanese garden, with spectacular views
Bit of
across
rainbow
Poole
part.
Harbour.
Yeah.
Someone has worked out that the average wealth of
I
the
bet when we
residents of
press the
Canford
horn it'll
Cliffs
be
is
stopped.
within the top 2% of the people in the country. If you look carefully, you can see some signs. Rolls Royces are commoner on the streets here than anywhere else. A hairdressing salon offers a valet parking service, and the luxurious cafes are designed so that you can both see and be seen if you wish. Canford Cliffs hit the headlines when a bank decided not to allow clients to use its branch unless they had an income of £100,000 a year. But that did not affect the village's reputation for a very friendly atmosphere. After the village, enjoy the gradual descent towards Poole Harbour, with many fabulous new houses being built on either side.
Look, it's raining.
A bit of rain won't hurt me. Wasn't raining when I went on David's one. It was sunny and hot. It's only a shower. Do you not think the first bus is going to? I didn't think it was going to. This one would have done when we got off it. Let's talk to David. So far we're at. So as it stands on the back of the hill, we'll be staying in the bus. We'll go outside for the horn. Oh my god.
At the bottom of the hill, we'll be returning to sea level on reaching the shore of Poole Harbour. This is the second largest natural harbour in the world, after Sydney Harbour in Australia. You'll see that it is popular with all types of boaters, and particularly windsurfers. The harbour has double tides, which means that there is a useful amount of high water
It got
to
too
sail
hard, we
during
got into
each
the bottom.
24-hour period. If you want to drive round the harbour, it's about 25 miles. But if you were to follow the
some people
shoreline
got the idea of
closely,
moving to the
about
bottom.
5 times longer. The biggest island in the middle of the